Yes, Malayapan, are you able to hear me? Hello. இல்ல அனுப்பிச்சிட்டேன், but I already am connected. Are you able to hear me?
Hear you clearly. Yes, sir, I can hear you clearly.
Fantastic. So, very nice.
Okay. By 6, we'll start, sir.
No, actually, I'll be available from 6:30. That's what I've agreed with Malayapan, because I have a call at 6 o'clock.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Sure, sure.
So, do I need to turn on my video, or because if I turn on the video, the signal strength will be poor. What should I do?
Give me a minute, sir. I'll check with the authority and I'll let you know, sir. Give me a minute.
Sorry. Okay, thank you. Malayapan. In case ஏதாவது challenges இருந்ததுன்னா மட்டும் சிக்னல் ஏதாவது வீக் ஆச்சுன்னா மட்டும் I'll adjust.
Good evening, everyone. Respected faculty, trainers, and participants from across the country. I, Vidya, on behalf of Pantech, SVNIT, and IEEE Gujarat, extend a very warm welcome to each one of you joining us for this national level faculty development program on generative and agentic AI. I, Vidya, we as educators understand the importance of AI in today's world. We are incredibly excited to have over 16,000 plus registrations for this national level faculty development program. This tells us something really important, that AI is no longer a concept of the future, but it is shaping our present. I now thank our organizer, Sardar Vallabhbhai, National Institute of Technology, Surat, SVNIT, Surat, and IEEE Gujarat, our technical co-sponsor. SVNIT is a premier institute in India, continuously contributing towards academic excellence and emerging technology trends. We also acknowledge IEEE Gujarat for continuously supporting emerging technologies in the industry and supporting students' academic growth. We, Pantech Solutions, are a technology partner and resource partner for this faculty development program. I am privileged to welcome Dr. Anirban Batterjee, Assistant Professor from SVNIT, Department of Computer Science Engineering. His expertise includes quantum optimization techniques, quantum circuits, quantum machine learning, reversible testing, and meta-heuristic models. I warmly welcome to share your insights for this program, sir.
Thank you, Vidya ma'am. First of all, I want to convey my gratitude to my co-organizers, Pantech Solutions and IEEE Gujarat Section. So yeah, 16,000 plus participants. It is one of the biggest achievements so far. That is, we have break the previous one record that has been set, which is around 12,000 with NITK. So, so it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to this faculty development program on generative AI and agentic AI, which is jointly organized by SVNIT Surat, the IEEE Gujarat section, and finally the Pantech Solutions. So this is one of the emerging technology that is currently going on, which is not only important for our teaching perspective, it is also beneficial in our research as well. So all the, that is, if I consider the research government funded projects, so it is currently, that is the generative AI and agentic AI are currently they are focusing on. So we are living in a transformative era where AI is no longer confined to research labs. It is reshaping education, industry, governance, and everyday life. Generative AI has redefined how we create, contain, design systems, and solve problems, while agentic AI is pushing boundaries further by enabling systems that can reason, plan, and act autonomously towards defined goals. This FDP is obviously is a valuable platform to bridge academia and industry and also enhance our technical expertise and explore the practical applications of these emerging technologies. So with this, I encourage all participants to engage actively and make the most of this opportunity. With this, I formally inaugurate the program and wish you all a successful and enriching learning experience. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable guidance. We hope that the participants will make best use of this program. So here we are in Pantech. We are into research and development for the last 20 years in the industry. We are into product development, skill development and training, and software development. We are into current emerging technologies Our mission is to train 10 million people learn the technology in an easy way. This FDP is one such initiative to support people learn technology. So here's our technology portfolio. We are into AI development platform. We manufacture our own AI-powered FPGA kits. We have partnered with Intel to launch this AI-powered FPGA, and we have our own LLM models for AI implementations. We have built our own autonomous vehicles, and we explore more of electrical vehicles, and we use NVIDIA for our AI implementations as well. So our AI development platform is capable of launching 195 AI-powered programs into the kit. And we also span across software development in full stack trainings, and we also specialize with generative AI and agentic AI training deliverings. Our associations are spanned across the country. So we are most popular in South India. So we have partnered with the state level skill development corporations of Karnataka, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. And we also have partnered with national level institutions like NIT Surat and NITTR. We are more than happy to welcome all of you from various sectors to join this program. I now welcome our chief guest, Dr. S. Paramasivam, Vice President, Global R&D, ESAP Private Limited. His expertise include power electronics, AC motor devices, DSP, FPGA, base motor control, power factor correction, magnetic design, fuzzy logic, neural networks, AI and welding and plasma cutting power supplies. So why are we here for this FDP program today? So AI is no more just autonomous. We are at the transformational moment of technology. So AI is creating, it's reasoning. We are able to build agents which can assist us, generate us more content, personalized, and also even act autonomously based on our decisions. So it even helps us with our decision-making systems. So we educators are no longer in a place where we teach students just to code. We will have to train them with the emerging AI trends where they are not scared of this technology but use it alongside their learning journey. So it is our faculty's duty to empower them with the benefits of AI that helps them grow rather than be scared about it. So today we are going to teach you about the generative AI and agentic AI right from scratch to industry-based use cases where you will be able to understand and get a hands-on experience. For the students to have that kind of adaptation, we require a mindset shift and we require structural engineering, structural learning and understanding, and also hands-on experience. So in order to give that experience, we faculties are benefited through these programs. This FDP is all about giving you that benefit so that you can reflect these ideas in your own curriculum and you will be able to help your students more. And more than that, you have about 18,000 fellow faculties from across the country where you can network yourself and share your domain-based knowledge. Let me walk you through the agenda for the next 6 days. So, as I mentioned, people from different domains, I assume that across India, you have joined us from various domains. You may have idea with AI development or not, but we have developed this program right from scratch, which is applicable for anyone attending this program. So on the day one, we are going to focus on the foundations of AI. We are going to have some grounding concepts, how AI has evolved over years, and what is the present position of AI in our industry landscape. So we are not just going to understand this theoretically, as I mentioned before. We are going to have industry use cases right from the beginner level. So we are going to understand this with the help of email spam detection programs. And for day 2 and day 3, we have generative AI. We are going to delve deep into it with hands-on projects. We are going to learn about text generation model, image generation models, and models like GAN and VAE with practical projects. We are going to use projects using Space Diffuser. And for day 4 and day 5, we are going to build an AI agent and agents which can plan, reason out, and also give you a personalized goal-driven result with our hands-on project. So you can get familiarized with tools like NI10, simple projects that you can share with your students where they get benefit out of it. And on day 6, we are going to meet at the intersection of generative AI and agentic AI, the real-world implementations of both the technologies, the challenges faced when using this, and also future directions. Coming to the program guidelines, we are going to go live between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. from today until Saturday. So every day at the end of the day for 10 minutes between 7:50 and 8 p.m., we are going to have the question and answer sessions. I encourage each one of you to ask more questions, actively engage yourself and explore all the possibilities here. And 75% of attendance is mandatory for you to get your certificate. So minimum 4 days of attendance is required. The attendance links will be posted on our chat box for you to fill at the end of the session. And it will be live only for the next 2 hours until 9:45 p.m. So I'm glad to welcome our FDP mentor of the day, Mr. Guhan, Senior Project Engineer, Pantech. He has conducted over 35 plus FDPs, 60 plus workshops, and AI development platform. He's very familiar with many use cases, many AI/ML generative models, and he's here to give you a impactful session. Over to you, Mr. Guhan.
Yeah, thank you for your warm welcome, madam. And yeah, before going to start the session, we need to understand what are the importance about the AI and AI agent. Okay, so you don't know this is a big revolution of the AI. Okay, nowadays, okay, compared to the previous years, and this years and in upcoming years are very important through the AI and AI agents. So that's why we need to understand these things very much. So not only for the students. Okay, not only for the students, the teachers and the staffs and other industry perspective also, we need to understand about this AI and AI agent is very much. So because there is a we don't need to survey. So basically we need to compete with the AI. So we need to how to use with AI tools and every in our daily life we need to use the AI tools integrate with our daily life. So that's why we need to understand this this FTP is one of the important session for everyone. So we need to understand how to implement this AI in the daily life, and so need to understand the everything, each and everything. So that's why one of the reason so we deliver this FTP. Okay, so let's start the session. Okay. Okay, so before going to understand the AI and AI, artificial intelligence and artificial agents, so before we need a strong foundation. So like we need to understand the core concept. Okay, so if you already have a knowledge about this, but I just as my job, so I need to inform this core for everyone to understand. Okay, so first, the artificial intelligence. Okay, what is artificial intelligence? Basically, everyone know what is human intelligence. The human can think and take a decision or having a solving any problems, that is come from the human intelligence. So if I have any problem, so I need to think about the problem, and I have a derive some step-by-step procedure. Okay, I need to, how can I solve this problem? So these are things come from the human intelligence. So in the same thing the computer can do, that is come from the artificial intelligence. Okay, so that's why we can implementing a more computer knowledge for this artificial intelligence. So computer can easily make a decision by through the deriving a step and solve that problem. Basically this is the concept behind of artificial intelligence. Okay, basically there is a two types of AI. Okay, there is a two types of artificial intelligence. One is narrow and another one is general AI. Okay, so what is narrow? Okay, there is a two types of AI. One is narrow and another one is general intelligence. Okay, so narrow means it only specialized in the one particular task. Okay, it's only specialized in the one particular task. And general means it having a solving a multi kind of task. Okay, so like human can have a knowledge of languages, and human have knowledge of some computers, and human have a knowledge of some social related things. So everything human have a knowledge. So but the AI only have a knowledge of particular thing, like the image classification and playing chess or this kind of things. Okay, so the computer can only having a particular task, that is come from the narrow AI. Okay, so in the now generation we just using the narrow AI only. Okay, so hereafter this is a AI revolution. Okay, this is a AI nowadays are we using only narrow AI. So hereafter we just going to converted to the AGI. Okay, AGI means artificial general intelligence. So that is AI can easily do some task by itself. Like example, the scientist, the creator only, the creator the artist only creating a diagram or related images, that kind of stuff. Okay, so but the scientist only go and research and doing something, introduce or discover something. Okay, so the AI also discover something, the AI also creating any new stuff. So that is come from the AGI, artificial general intelligence. Okay, so but now we only in the narrow AI session. Okay, so real world applications. Okay, so real world applications like healthcare, retail and transportation. So everything, just okay, and the real world like healthcare, retail, transportation. So healthcare means the medical related stuff we using a AI, and retail means the Flipkart, Amazon. So like in the Flipkart or Amazon we use implementing some chatbot or suggesting something. So I give some real-time example, so everyone know these things. Okay, so I just tell for the core foundation. Okay, so in the real retail, so like a Flipkart, Amazon, if you how the AI will work means if the person some interested in the some kind of product in the Amazon or Flipkart, so they go and go and ready to purchase, but in the some kind of time they will be leave the purchase. So by the use of the AI, artificial intelligence, thus Flipkart and Amazon product will be suggest in the YouTube and Instagram, like by using of the Google ads. Okay, so this kind of stuff is come from the artificial intelligence. So this means the person have a high chance to purchase the same product by the suggesting things. Okay, by the recommendation, the person having a high percentage chance to buy the things. So that is also increase the market of the Flipkart or Amazon product. So this is come from the retail industry. And transportation, we just see the obstacles by using of sensor data. So here also we using a artificial intelligence. Okay, so basically what are the things we need to understand now? Okay, basically now we in the revolution of narrow AI. Okay, so narrow AI means it only specializes in the one particular task. Okay, so and it requires data. Okay, without data the AI cannot able to do anything. We need to based on the data we need to train that AI, otherwise we do, AI cannot be react. Okay, so and here we having a without narrow AI means there is a no consciousness. Okay, so no consciousness, like creating or like a creators things, like a scientist thing, the AI can't able to discover anything. Okay, so based on the previous data only it will be do the stuff. So that is come from the no consciousness. Okay, so that's why how the real nowadays AI will be react nowadays. Okay, so understanding today AI landscape. Okay, so narrow require data and that is no consciousness. So and here there is a 4 building blocks of AI. Okay, one is machine learning, deep learning, computer vision, and natural language process. Okay, basically there is a 4 pillar of machine learning. Okay, so we just refer everything by using of practical. Okay, in the practical way we just implementing in the project. Okay, so just first I ran the machine learning project. So after that I can explain what is machine learning, how it's work, and what are the process we need to implementing the project of machine learning. Okay, so just run the project of machine learning now. Okay, okay, I just open the folder of machine learning project. So I just copy the path of the machine learning project first. So after that, okay, I just okay. Okay, and first we need to understand the machine learning project. Okay, so I just showcase the project, how it's work, and what is the purpose of this project. And after that we just understand what is the concept behind in this project. Okay, so there is in the C drive, so I just change to the D drive. Okay, CD. Okay, now it's okay. So
I now welcome our chief guest, Dr. S. Paramasivam, Vice President, Global R&D, ESAP Private Limited. Dr. S. Paramasivam earned his BE degree from Government College of Technology, Coimbatore in 1995, his ME from PSD College of Technology, Coimbatore in 1999, and his PhD from the College of Engineering, Anna University, Chennai 2006. His areas of expertise include power electronics, AC motor drives, DSP and FPG motor control, power factor correction, magnetic design, fuzzy logic, neural networks, AI and welding, and plasma cutting power supplies. He has published over 221 papers in international journals and conferences on topics such as switched reluctance motors and induction motor drives. He also holds around 17 patents and has contributed to 7 inventions. Currently, he serves as VP R&D at the Global R&D Center of ESAB India, specializing in welding and cutting systems. Dr. S. Paramasivam is actively involved in editorial responsibilities with several international journals. We are privileged to have an extremely talented person with us today, sir. I warmly welcome you to the session and request you to fill us with your valuable insights. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. So, first of all, I would like to, convey my sincere thanks to, Malayappan, who got connected with me about this particular opportunity, particularly on, AI for academics. That's the kind of a topic, he asked me to give a kind of keynote address. Thanks for the same. I think, let me share my script. Before I get into kind of, the actual presentation, I would like to give a kind of a little bit overview about, ESAB, what we do. I think ESAB is a global technology leader in terms of, welding and cutting, founded in 1904 at Gothenburg, Sweden. Basically Swedish engineer by name Oscar Kjellberg, who was an engineer and inventor, the first breakthrough invention on welding electrode. But at that time, welding electrode was one of the key thing. People are struggling. He came out and the first patent, which was in 1907 on the coated electrode. That's how company started. And over a period of time, ESAB is ideally electric welding company. That's how ESAB in Swedish they have Electricia Swettring Hectorlobot. That's the kind of a name. So basically, company in 1920 to 1950, they started focusing primarily on Europe and North America, particularly on the welding consumer. Over a period of time, they see that market is growing. Then they wanted to get into other business verticals such as welding equipments, particularly on MMA, MIG, TIG kind of technologies. Then they started penetrating into global markets. That's how these got into. Then as part of the strengthening the technology, we wanted to strengthen further on in terms of the automation. Particularly in 1980, we started getting into robotic welding, wherein advanced power electronics, power supplies, high productivity welding processes, all those things were introduced. Then almost like in 2012, company was acquired by an American company which is called Colfax. Then they started focusing more into digital and different applications, particularly on the nuclear and other things. So that's how we have gone into. So overall, company is into almost all areas in terms of the welding, and we serve almost like 100 plus countries. We almost in all global locations we are number one, except North America. We are trying to come to that area. We serve in different verticals, energy, shipbuilding, infra, automotive, heavy engineering, pipeline, rail, lot of areas. That's about overall in terms of the ESA. So having said, I think let me straight away get into the topic of future of AI in academia. That's the kind of a topic Malayappan was suggesting. So I think you guys are conducting a course. So first of all, I would like to thank Malayappan and the other organizations, who are planning for this kind of future of AI in academia, from research to real world impact. That's a quite interesting topic. I would like to, first of all, thank everybody, who started this particular initiative. And also, I'm very happy to be part of, this particular topic, the fascinating artificial technology. So this technology, if you really look at, which is creating kind of a huge value to the human society. That's how, I'll put in a kind of a nutshell. The way in which, we think, how we think, how we work, and how we solve the problems. This is creating kind of a lot of stuff, and support to human society. That's how I see. I think everybody is aware that in 1950, when Alan Turing asked a question, can machines think? That time a lot of people were looking at this particular question. What professor is talking about? That was the question. Now it got, this question is completely invalid. Now machines are capable of putting a lot of intelligence into this. So now the question to be, how as a human being, all of us plus the machines with AI can work together. That's the kind of a question I'm looking at. So basically, I would like to put the three perspectives, in terms of the past, present, and future. How AI is evolving. That will help us to to understand the complete overview. Let me tell you the real facts in past. Ideally speaking, this particular technology, it did not start in Silicon Valley, or it did not start in boardrooms of corporate companies. It started in universities where almost all the professors, different other colleagues, you guys are working, with a curiosity and rigor, academic rigor. With that, you guys have started. Back in 1950, when Alan Turing was asking a question about intelligent machine, the computers were so big, and it's a kind of a high investment. Space is more, memory is less, and the speed, in terms of processing the capability, all those things were very very less. People are looking at whether can we make such a big system more intelligence. They were trying, but they did not succeed in the way in which we are looking at, because we are looking at kind of high speed decisions are supposed to happen when you have a kind of real time systems. That did not happen. So many people tired, and a lot of funding agencies, they have reduced to kind of a funding as well. But even then, the professors who were as part of the this particular journey, and researchers as part of this journey, they did not stop the way in which they are working. They continued, and expert systems was born. People, they were trying to encode the basically put a kind of expertise, bringing the human expertise into a kind of a system to see whether it is possible for us to make it. They tried, but even then they did not succeed. That's the kind of a case. Then subsequently, I think closer to 1990, people are looking at, we are trying to do a kind of program on a computer and trying to get a computer to work on what we instruct. Instead, can we ask the machine to learn, and from there we can make kind of improve the thinking capabilities, improve the decision making capabilities, improve the kind of the problem solving capabilities. That's how they started looking into machine learning, and a lot of people have done. It started in 1919 and it went up to almost like 2010. Many universities got involved. So I think from 2019, 2010 onwards, people started getting into kind of a deep learning as well. A lot of human level perceptions, vision, speech, all those things they started bringing in. But now you have a machine learning, you have a kind of a deep learning capabilities. People are able to bring a kind of intelligence into a kind of computers, because you have a computers are available, memories are available, high speed processors are available, sizes become smaller. So a lot of advantages are in place, and people started focusing. And companies started looking into, there are benefits which is coming out of really AI. Companies like OpenAI, Google, Meta, Microsoft, many other companies, they aggressively started investing. And they started working on generative AI. I think that is what the topic you guys are planning. That has become a kind of foundation for really AI is capable of generating the text. AI is capable of generating a code and images, videos, a lot of things. It has happened. Uh, I think this has grown in last 4 years. I would say 4 to 5 years, 2020 to 24. And then 24, people started looking at, can we do something more, meaning that can we bring a kind of an accents independently, instead of just when you give a prompt it gives a kind of an output, but it doesn't meet the goal that we are looking at. The people have brought a kind of an agentic AI that has come. So wherein it is capable of planning, deciding and executing a lot of steps. So that was kind of uh, topic. It is quite evolving, and we have been working on some of the agentic AI areas as well. That's quite interesting. And as this is what is happening as on today. And coming to my real world in terms of the R&D engineering, AI is stepping into aggressively in terms of anything, everything. You can start talking about automation, robotics automation, predictive maintenance, many other things in terms of the manufacturing as well. So I think I've worked more than 27 years of on the power electronics field, and variable frequency drives and welding companies. When I started in 2004, I think when I started in 2000, sorry, in 2001, when I started working on the PhD topics, we were looking at how AI can be used. If you really look at, there are about 5, 6 papers of my publications, all were either based on the fuzzy logic or neural network or ANFIS. So that's the kind of work we have done. And thanks for basically Malayapan for connecting me once again and bringing me for this kind of a session. It was quite fascinating at that point of time itself. So if you really look at as a VP of R&D, I'm responsible for research, then technology development, also for the product development and product care as well. So I'm working on multiple areas. So how, as on today, AI being used, if I really look at the research that we do, basically some of the key research areas on advanced technologies, when we do, AI is playing an important role. For example, if something to be known, say I'm working on a new technology, I do not want to reveal all the new technologies, but at least if I want to work on a new technology, basically, I can do a kind of a literature survey very quickly. When we were doing a PhD, the literature survey alone, it will take kind of a 6 months to 1 year kind of a thing. Now it got completely changed. I can get the literature survey done in maximum in a day. And if I'm able to go through and understand, if I have a subject matter expertise, in a week's time, I'll be able to do. This is possible today because of the LLMs, ChatGPT, Cloud, Gemini. A lot of things are available. Similarly, for example, if I have some ideas, on top of my ideas, I wanted to build something. If I give kind of inputs, it is capable of generating multiple new ideas. If I have one idea, I can multiply my ideas with 10 ideas. If I generate 10, I can multiply with 100. That's the kind of possibility this is giving in terms of the research perspective. That's the beginning of any R&D. Then coming to technology development, we always work on a kind of a concept called technology readiness level, starting from TRL level 1 to TRL level 9. One is all about basic principle. You understand what to be done. The basic prints, you write things on a paper, and then subsequently, if you mature on a paper, you make a kind of a concept on a paper, or 3D sketches on a paper, or circuit diagrams on a paper. This is what you call it as a TR level 2. Once you mature into next level, we'll get into kind of a technology readiness level 3. This is making kind of a proof of concept, in a kind of integrating all the things and giving an input and checking an output. Then fourth is all about lab prototype. Now if I want to do this kind of a tasks, typically for a new concept it will take about 2 to 3 years. Okay, but now given the AI and particularly the LLMs, either you talk about ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, which is capable of doing in a kind of maximum kind of a week's time, I will be able to do. But you should have a kind of understanding capability about the whole concepts, principle concepts, proof of concept, and the circuit operations and all. That's very much required. If you're unable to give a kind of a right prompt, you will not be able to get a kind of a right output. So therefore these kind of generative AI tools are available, and most of the simulation tools, now you talk about MATLAB, or you talk about ANSYS, or you talk about Altium, or you talk about any other tool, LT Spice and so on. All these guys, they are bringing kind of a native AI as part of the tools. We have a, for example, I can tell you, there is a PLM. They are also running on the back end AI, which is capable of looking at all the parts in a system and figuring out, what are all the common parts. So basically, it is trying to help us in terms of the standardization. If an engineer sitting in India, engineer sitting in US, they don't know what parts are similar. But in the background, if you run an AI which is capable of doing anything, everything, so that kind of a things are possible. So, and when it comes to kind of product development, particularly we work on a principle called concept, design, optimize, verify. Tremendous opportunities through AI tools. I think we are getting a kind of a more pressure in the coming days because of the advent of AI, because which is pushing everybody to work little faster, and product development cycles should become faster and so on, kind of a thing. So therefore then product lifecycle management also, it is giving a lot of opportunities to make sure that AI is helping us. For example, if I have a kind of a circuit and I wanted to analyze, I can still put the circuit into AI to analyze, which is capable of analyzing and telling me what needs to be done. So that helps us to solve the customer problems at the earliest. Therefore, going forward, AI is no longer just a tool. It's becoming a kind of a research partner. That's how I'll put in a nutshell. It's a kind of changing how we learn, how we do a research, innovate, collaborate, and how we think. All those things are happening. So now I would say that AI is a kind of a basic skill. Earlier we studied the mathematics in a school. Now AI should be integrated along with all the subjects. How I would expect is engineering curriculum should be such that each subject should have a kind of an AI. How we can use an AI and amplify the knowledge, skill, and competence, such that we'll be able to deliver a great value to the customers. That's how I'll put. So therefore, a lot of things are happening on AI. How I see in future, okay. If you really look at in terms of the future perspective, we really need to work like a kind of a human being plus AI together. That will create a kind of a lot of value. That's how I see. Earlier, when you have some ideas, you are alone having an idea. Now AI is sitting with you as a partner to amplify your ideas. If you are quite good, your ideas can be multiplied. If you ask me, 10 times, 20 times, or 50 times or 100 times, it's absolutely possible. So basically AI will augment and amplify the human intelligence. Definitely it cannot replace the human being, because uh, it doesn't have capabilities of all things that we are supposed to have. Therefore, the leading companies, they have a kind of a huge investment they are doing in terms of the research. Bigger companies like Microsoft, Google, Meta, Nvidia kind of a companies, they're investing heavily. But we should be looking at what to be done. I would expect that future students will graduate with AI as part of their thinking tool. They will use AI in research, design, complex design thinking, but creativity and the judgment, the ethics will be remain with the human. Therefore, universities are supposed to operate with AI driven research systems, digital laboratories, simulation based science. And by doing so, we'll be able to accelerate the research outcome dramatically. That's how I see. Now I would also see that a lot of interdisciplinary areas will emerge. AI in medicine, AI in climate science, AI in materials, AI in social sciences. AI will be a kind of everywhere. So that's how I see. But it is our responsibility to make sure that AI must be responsible for fair, transparent, safe. All those things are very, very important. Also, I'm talking about the overall globally, past, then present, and what is the future. So what's really happening in India? If you really look at, we have a huge momentum in India on AI. Today, I think you'll be hearing, if you're reading a news, you would have heard that there is an AI initiatives which is driven by our Prime Minister. A lot of things are happening. Therefore, we have a lot of initiatives. We have a national education policy, India AI mission, digital infra, and we have a strong science, technology, engineering students, math students. Therefore, ecosystems are in place. All pieces are in place. Only thing is we really need to execute. What I would be expecting from universities is primarily we must strengthen the kind of AI education at all levels. That's the key thing, first priority. All the institutes should be doing. In my view, not only at the university level, it should be, we should be starting from, school level itself, I believe. Then, build a kind of a world-class research laboratories. I think you guys can partner with, bigger companies, bring a kind of a computers, different tools that are required that will help you to, succeed. And, then, support that will help you to really, focus on deep technology innovations. And also it will help us to, come up with a kind of a startups and all. That's how I see. So basically, I would say that India can lead on AI side, for the future. This is for in terms of the sustainability, manufacturing, inclusive growth. All those things are possible. Really, really looking at a lot of companies are partnering with India as well. That's happening. So before I think we have about 6 minutes. Before I conclude, I really wanted to say conclude my thoughts. We all know that in, I think, before 1950 as well, before Alan Turing started, people are talking about how the machines can think and work, kind of a thing. So now onwards, what we are supposed to do is, universities, we shouldn't be aiming to just produce a kind of a undergraduate, postgraduate, and PhD students. We should be making the student intelligent and healthy societies through the students. That's the kind of aspirations going forward. Professors, they'll not be teaching alone. They will guide the ethical and responsible evaluation of AI. That's the kind of we should be doing. And researchers, earlier they used to simply publish a paper. Now that is not sufficient. With the AI and the amount of technology support that we have, which is acting as a kind of a partner with us, this will help us to solve kind of real human problem. Going forward, students will not just learn, they will create the future with their AI partner. So the question in front of all of us is, will AI change the world, or we will change? That's the kind of question. Once again, let me repeat: will we shape AI, or will AI shape us? This is the question. We as a human being, all of us, should look at and see what to be done such that it helps the human society for the future. So thank you very much, for giving an opportunity. So I appreciate, all the participants, those who are on the call, and those who are listening through, YouTube's as well. Thank you all and wishing you all the very best. Malayapan, would you like to say something?
Thank you, sir. It's a nice description that you have given about the future of AI. So, myself being an expertise on quantum computing and quantum machine learning, which is one of the emerging technologies nowadays, and each and every domain that is, if I talk about embedded systems, starting from embedded system, machine learning, all those the quantum equivalent has been developed so far. So
Absolutely.
that is yes.
I definitely echo your voice because quantum computing is I did not touch upon here because a lot of things are happening on quantum. IBM,
Exactly.
Microsoft, Google, they are doing, but
Exactly.
I believe that it will come into kind of a real life from 2032 or 2035.
Yeah, actually 2035. Yeah, exactly. The thing is that it has already started making some impressions in India. So
Correct.
already that is outside of India, it is already in a larger platform it is going on. So
Absolutely.
yes, and some of the states has already taken the initiatives. It is going on, and I think, sir, that is already lot of in AI, lot of work has been done so far. So
Correct.
obviously, the thing is that obviously it is when one end has been saturated, so it is going to regenerate a new one. Obviously, there is a thing is that, but the thing is that the artificial intelligence, they are basically using the computing platform which is in classical in nature.
Correct.
So that is itself is having some limitations in the computational domain. So if we
Absolutely.
that
For
is
example, I can to add on your input, for example, if I want to have a kind of a real-time control through AI, with the models that we have, the models are heavy, and
exactly
the time that it takes to execute and to get a kind of an output, I have a lot of latency. So
lot of
therefore,
limits.
a lot of latency. The classical computers cannot solve, for real time. For example, if I want to solve for a given input, I want to get a kind of a response in kind of, in microseconds.
Exactly.
It's going to be a kind of challenge with the, the given LLM and, the AI models that we have. So therefore, in my view, when quantum computing comes, it's going to be a kind of a dramatic, change in terms of the speed at which it is going to operate. So basically, I'm also getting into a little bit about the quantum mechanics and quantum computing because we are, working with one of the global university, wherein they are trying to do some research as part of the, quantum computing. So therefore, it's quite interesting. Quantum computing with AI, it's going to be a kind of a massive, this one. That's how I see. I strongly believe that by 2035, we would expect kind of intelligence closer to kind of human being. They call it as kind of a AGI. Then they're also talking about super intelligence. So I think
Yes, yes, exactly.
all
Yes,
those
a
things
super
will come.
intelligence will be a
Correct. All those things will come definitely. I think, but the current, the AI itself, the LLMs, generative AI, and agentic AI itself, it's creating kind of a lot of value. But if quantum comes, it's going to be a kind of a drastic technology shift in terms of speed and the way in which we execute. That's how I see. Um, so definitely, thank you, Arindan sir. Arindan,
thank you, sir.
thank
Anirban,
you.
sir.
Yeah, thank you. I really need to, get into another call, and thank you all, and wishing all the very best, and look forward to see you on the next opportunity.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Definitely, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable insights. I now welcome Guhan back to continue our session.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Yeah, thank you for your speech, sir. Okay, and earlier we discussed about machine learning, just core concept like building blocks, core concept, machine learning, deep learning, and computer vision and natural language process. Because these are the core concept, right? So we first discuss about machine learning, okay, through the project. So I'm already tell there is a project that is called email spam detection. Okay, first I just open this. Okay, just first I just go to the folder, project folder. So I just copy this. Okay. Okay, first I just open the code first. There is a thing. So here we having basically the machine learning. The machine learning is the most of thing will be coded in the Python language. Okay, so on Python and R, these are the main thing using AI and artificial intelligence and Gen AI and Agentic AI. They mostly the AI is developed by Python. Okay, so that is why the Python is very usable in this AI revolution. Okay, so and here, okay, so here we just the Python project. Okay, so this is okay, basically this is a folder. Okay, so just analyze this. Okay, so you already having the much of participate or faculty, so they know how the theories and how the concept is already know. So that's why I just going with practical. Okay, so here, okay, first I just show the project code. Okay, so this is email spamming detection by using of machine learning. Okay, so here in the first thing we having a app.py, right? There is a file that is come from app.py, right? So here the main code. Okay, here the everything will be coded in the Python. Okay, so and here in this project we using a Flask. Okay, what is Flask basically? Okay, Flask. The Flask is a Flask Python. Okay, the Flask is one of the framework. Okay, so that will be used to creating a websites. Okay, this is a Flask. The Flask is a popular open source Python micro web framework. Okay, so that is used to creating a websites. Okay, so that means in the Flask is a framework. The framework means that having a already coded files. Okay, already coded template that will be used to creating a websites. Okay, that's why we're using a Flask. Okay, so in this project we mostly use Flask. Okay, and there is a machine learning project, and so we need data. Okay, first before creating any machine learning, deep learning and NLP or other more stuff, we need some kind of data. Okay, so that data will be trained, that data will be given to the computer. The computer can learn the pattern. After that it will be give the output. Okay, so that is a process of this is a summary of machine learning. Okay, so here the data of the project. Okay, so combined data. So I just open this in the Excel file. Okay, so I go to the project folder. So here the here the data. So I just open it. Okay, we open in the VS Code. Okay, so I just open with the Excel file. Open with here the Excel option. Okay, so I just open this file. So basically the project name is email spam detection. Okay, so everyone have the Gmail, right? Everyone having a Gmail. So we having a different kind of spam like a spam, or this is a true mail or otherwise is spam mail. Okay, so we can identify by this data. Okay, this is a previous data already analyzed and separated the two types of data. Okay, one is spam and another one is not spam. So these are the data sets. Okay, so how the data will be look like in for the machine learning. Okay, so this is how the data will be look like. Okay, so we just differentiated by the two types of things. One is 1 and another is 0. Okay, 0 means yes and 0 means no, 1 means yes. Okay, so that is the basic foundation of this kind of data. Okay, so I just explained, right? So first just go to the Google. Okay, so here, so I just the first step of the machine learning or deep learning, the first step is collecting a data. Okay, that is the first step. So I need to collecting a data. So here, okay, there is a multiple website that will be gathering a data from this website. Okay, so the one of the website is Kaggle. Okay, okay, just a minute. Okay, this is a Kaggle. Okay, this just in the Google, just search Kaggle. Okay, so here we have a first link is Kaggle, your machine learning and data science community. Okay, so basically it is a set of groups that will be providing a real-time data. Okay, like you don't know who is a data scientist. If you know, just comment in the comment section. Who is data scientist? What is the job of data scientist? Okay, basically data scientist. Okay, the data scientist means it is a job role. Basically the data scientist who work with data. Okay, so he is called as a data scientist. Okay, basically there is a multiple data and multiple stuffs. Okay, that is will be random and confuse the data. Okay, so the data scientist job is the data scientist can separate the data in the particular manner. Okay, so that is okay, that is come from the job of data scientist who arrange the data in the proper manner. He is called as a data scientist. Okay, so and there is a website. Okay, I am already tell there is a website. Okay, so here the website, the first one is Kaggle. Okay, in the Kaggle we having a multiple data. Okay, the data scientist properly arrange the data and put it in the this kind of website. Okay, this kind of like a Kaggle, and also there is a multiple website for data. Okay, so I just search data sets websites. Okay, so here having a multiple option like repository. Okay, repository means okay, here. Okay, the Kaggle Google data sets. Okay, so this is also the one of the data providing websites. Okay, Google data sets means if you want to some kind of data, like if I think there's a heart disease. Okay, heart disease data sets. So in the Google data sets, I just click here, so it will be navigate to the here. Okay, it will be like it is like a research. Okay, it is like a research tool of Google for searching our data sets. Okay, so here we having a all disease related data sets. Okay, so basically what is mean data? That is a previous experience. Okay, previous experience or previous things will be stored in the some kind of files. Okay, so that is called as a machine learning data here. Okay, so we can like heart disease means the people who already affected in the heart disease, that kind of data will be stored in the that kind of data will be stored in the Excel and CSV file. Basically this is the file how will the data will be look like. Okay, sorry, yeah, okay, here. Okay, this is how the data will be look like. Basically this is a Excel file, right? So in the commonly technically we call this as a CSV file. Okay, so this is also the comma separated value files. Okay, so here the website that will be providing us this kind of data. Okay, here in the Kaggle website we having a this kind of option. Okay, first we need to sign it up, so after that we having a this kind of sites. Okay, so here we having a data sets. Okay, in the data sets option, here the search. Okay, so I just mention heart disease. Okay, heart. Okay, here heart failure prediction, heart disease data sets, and heart failure prediction data set, heart disease, heart attack. So this kind of hospital stuff will be inside the data sets like Kaggle and another website like Google datasets and machine learning repository. That is also the one of the website. Okay, machine learning repository and GitHub. Okay, GitHub also providing a data. Okay, so this kind of thing will be dipped in this kind of website which is collecting. Okay, here I just click the heart failure. Okay, so here the download option. Okay, so by this option I can easily download the data. Okay, so not only for the machine learning and the deep learning, NLP and OpenCV, there is a having a this kind of data providing website. So we can collecting a data from this kind of website. Okay, that is the first process of machine learning. Okay, what is the first process? Data collection. Okay, okay, basically this is the data. Okay, and based on the data, okay, okay, the step one is what is it? Data collection, right? So I just collecting a data from the several websites like Kaggle and Google datasets and other more machine learning repository. There more websites are there. The Kaggle is very famous for providing a real-time data. Okay, so that's why I choose Kaggle. Okay, so I collecting a data. First step is over. Okay, and second step, I need to clean the data. Okay, I need to clean the data. I need to clean the data. Okay, so in this project folder, here the option of like email spam detection, right? The email spam detection using NLP. In the end will be IP and NP. Okay, so that means Python notebook. Okay, so here NP means notebook. Okay, so here the code. So here the code basically here we having some kind of libraries. Okay, everyone, I think everyone know what is library. So library means nothing but it is a basically everyone know function, right? Def in the Python we defined as a def function. Okay, so like here the function, okay, def clean text. Okay, so in the inside of the function we can deliver some kind of task. Okay, like what we here, if not instance, okay, text. Okay, I just converting the text into the lower case and stored in the variables, and same thing the text resub. Okay, so that is a some kind of functional. Okay, in this function doing some kind of functionality. So here we can using this functions. Okay, so the multiple function already coded function, so we can use stored in the library. Okay, what is the purpose of library? Normally the library means everyone can go and read the books, right? So same kind of stuff in the apply in the programming. The library means everyone coded and stored in the library, like we can gathering functions whenever we need. Okay, so that is come from the library. Okay, that is called as a library. So here here the option like here. Okay, so we can import means we can gathering something. Okay, so gathering something means in the library I can gathering some kind of functions. Okay, so basically this is understanding. Okay, so there's a libraries, so I just gathering a some functions in the library. Okay, that's why we're using this import. Okay, import keyword. In the import keyword I just first say using OS means OS related. Okay, operating system, so I need to connecting with the computer, so I need some kind of functions that related to the connecting with the my computer OS. Okay, operating system, so that's why I use this import OS. And import tree means that is recognizing a pattern. Okay, so and string related operation. And job lib means job lib is a file structure. Okay, like a job lib is a that is a the model output will be the pickle job lib. There is a multiple format. Okay, so I just choose the job lib. Okay, so here sklearn is one of the library. In the sklearn we having a like algorithms and everything will be inside of the sklearn. And the pandas is used to cleaning a data. Okay, cleaning a data, so everything if the website I gathering data from that website, right? So in that website sometimes there is a unrelated data, or sometimes there is a dirty data like empty values and okay, I just give the example. Okay, the dirty data means here the cell will be empty. Okay, here the cell will be empty, otherwise the wrong data, so that will be happen. Okay, that will be have option to happen. Okay, so that's why we need to clean the every data. So that's why we're using the pandas library. Pandas is used to cleaning the like CSV files and also called as Excel files, right? So we just cleaning the data by using of pandas. Okay, and sklearn is a algorithm. I can deliver everything in the step by step. So just basic understanding how the project is run. So that's why I'm telling here. Okay, so this kind of stuff will be we can implementing in this code. So we can collecting a data and we can cleaning a data by using a tool like this. Okay, these are the tools we import. Okay, by this tool we can cleaning a data in the proper manner. Okay, so that is a process of this file IPNB. Okay, so basically there's a two tools using for cleaning a okay, just a minute. Okay, okay, basically there's a two tools using to cleaning a sorry, just a minute. Okay, here. Okay, so there is a famous tool is Google Colab. Okay, Google Colab, right? So I just in the Google just search Google Colab. Okay, so here the option in the first link will be the Google Colab. Okay, so here I am already logging it, so that's why it's called it's come like this. So otherwise if you want to new, so you need to log in. Okay, you need to register the by using of a Google Gmail. Okay, that is not a big thing, that is easy. Okay, so here the first here the file. Okay, so what you see in this website basically. Okay, so it is a cell. Okay, it's a code, it will be creating another cell, and I again press, it will be creating another cell, right? So here the normal, okay, everything. Okay, just I type hello. Okay, so I just run this. Okay, before that I need to change the runtime. Okay, I tell everything in detail, so I just make you understand. Okay, right? So here the executing a program. Okay, that is a functionality of this Google Colab, right? So here there is a specialized thing is we can run a code by the each cell. Okay, so here I just print welcome. Okay, so here this is a class. Okay, so you can understand, right? So here we having a two cell, and I just run the cell in the separately. Okay, so that is a specialty of Google cell. And another one is Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so in the Google you can refer Jupyter Notebook also. Okay, so in the Jupyter Notebook. Okay, here the Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so this is also the same kind of tool like Google Colab. We can run the code in the step like a step by step or in the particular skill. Okay, so that is a main use of Google Colab and Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so by this we can run the each code like here. Okay, we can run the each thing. Okay, so first I just importing everything, and after that I just clean the text. So that's why I'm using this function. So everything will be we can run by the step in the each cell. Okay, so that will be very useful to cleaning a data. Okay, so that's why we're using this file the Google Colab and Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so that is a second process. Okay, here. Okay, the first step is data collection. We can collecting a data from where? Kaggle. Okay, what are the website I said? Okay, how we can collecting a data? Just replay by your words. Okay, how we can collecting a data? Okay. Okay, we can collecting a data by like the website like Kaggle and machine learning repository. Okay, machine learning repository and GitHub and also Google datasets. Okay, these are the website we can collecting a data. And yeah, the most of people are tell Kaggle, right? Okay, the Kaggle is very famous for collecting a data. Okay, right? And there's a multiple website. Okay, in the Google, just Google machine learning data set. Okay, collecting machine learning data sets, it will just several websites are there. Okay, but the Kaggle is more trustable, and we can the more people, okay, the more people, the community will be using that repository. So that's why we using that repository. Okay, sorry, using that website. Okay, and the first step is data collection. Okay, and the second is data cleaning. I am already mentioned, right? The Google Colab and the notebook, we can run it each cell. Okay, so we can cleaning by using of some kind of tools. Okay, like here. Okay, so here we having a this pandas and also the number also here. Okay, but here we don't mention. So basically okay, just data cleaning. Okay, in Pythons. Okay, okay, the pandas. Okay, the pandas means here in the code we just mentioned pandas. Okay, everyone visible that, right? So here we mention pandas. Okay, so same thing numbay. Okay, numbay means nothing but it is a dealing with numerical operation. Okay, numbay in Python. Okay, just Google. Okay, okay, numerical Python. Okay, that means what they means, it is a library that will be containing a large number of number related operations. Okay, so that is numpy, that is called as a numerical operation. Okay, so that kind of stuff. Okay, so basically the computer only understand the zeros and one, right? Okay, zero means basically zero means there is a no electricity, and one means there is some kind of electricity, right? So that is a basic understanding of computers. Okay, the computer, how we understand our words, it will be converted into binary numbers. Binary number means 0 1, right? So 0 means there is a no electricity, and 1 means there is a electricity. Okay, right? So this is a process. Okay, so only the computer can understand these things. So the number will be converting the stuff into the computer words. Okay, that is operation will be included in the numbers. So that's why we're using a number. That way we're using a numpy library. Okay, right? So and pandas, that is used to do cleaning. And after that there's a second line. In this second line we having a number of important operation like accuracy score and algorithms. Everything will be inside in the sklearn. Okay, so there is a first is data collection, data cleaning, and third is ML model training. Okay, so here the sklearn will be introduced. Okay, so basically there's a multiple algorithm in the machine learning. Okay, not only for machine learning. So there's a deep learning and AI, everything if we having algorithm. Okay, so I just mentioned. Okay, I just mentioned algorithm in ML. So there is a multiple algorithm: linear regression, logistic regression, decision tree, random forest, support vector. Okay, some people are know this about already. Okay, so I just inform. So for the core, first we need to grab the core knowledge. Okay, otherwise only we go to the learning a more thing about the like high stuff. Okay, so before we need to grab the core knowledge. Okay, so there is a number of algorithm: linear regression, logistic regression, so decision tree, random forest. Okay, basically what is algorithm? It is a step-by-step process. Okay, so machine learning means machine can learn anything by easy way. Okay, so algorithm that will be make a machine to learn. Okay, so how the machine can learn? Okay, how the machine can feed the data, sorry, how we feed the data to machine. Okay, so here we having a like a different kind of algorithms. Okay, the K means clustering, supervised learning. Okay, it's come from supervised and reinforcement. Okay, basically the reinforcement is used in the gaming sector, like the game like PUBG and Free Fire and surface of us. These are the games, right? So in the games, we mostly using this reinforcement learning, like training of bots, like that kind of stuff. Okay, so basically the reinforcement learning is used in the gaming sector. Okay, so okay, first the data collection, data cleaning, and model training. We using a several algorithm like logistic regression, already pre-trained code, pre-defined codes for learning a data. Okay, random forest, machine learning. These are the data. Okay, so based on the one algorithm, here there are multiple algorithm, right? Linear regression, logistic regression, decision tree, random support vector, k neighbors. Okay, so we just choosing a one algorithm to implement this. Okay, so I just choose the algorithm, and after that, based on the algorithm, I just make a machine can learn. Okay, I have a data and I have a algorithm, so I can make a computer can learn these things. Okay, so I just train them, make a, I just repeatedly give the data to feed machine to learn. Okay, so here everything will be done by this code. Okay, training a model. Okay, this function. Okay, this function deliver this thing. Okay, here the CSV path, here the train, here the function for train model, right? So I mentioned in the code right here. Okay, train, sorry. Okay, train model. Okay, in the CSV path. Okay, I just mentioned the CSV path. Okay, here the combined data of data. Okay, we call it in the Kaggle, right? So I just mentioned here. Okay, just grasply understand this. Okay, so because there is we don't have a that we need to learn again and again, then only we can understand the that clarity stuff. Okay, so before that we just I just tell the things, you can just refer it. Okay, so here the function, so here the data. Okay, I'm already tell, right, data. So we just mentioned it here. Okay, the path of this path folder. Okay, so I mentioned it. So after that df, I can load the data set, load the data sets by using this CSV path. CSV path means this here. Okay, so and after that we just checking a data, and after that we can give it to the model by training. Okay, again make a machine to learn these things. Okay, so that is come from the topic of ML training. Okay, so basically this is a process of training not only for machine learning, deep learning and NLP and OpenCV. This is a foundation, right? So this it's a important things we can make a machine can learn. Okay, so these are the steps. Okay, and finally is deployment. Okay, deployment means nothing but we can train any kind of knowledge, any kind of model. Okay, so basically model means like a brain, the machine learning brain. Okay, the machine we can feeding a data and train that brain, so that is called as a model. Okay, the model definition is it is a machine learning brain. Okay, the computer brain. So here deployment means we can train some kind of information with that mod through that we can give some kind of information to the model, and model having that kind of knowledge. Okay, so that knowledge model will be, we can make it, everyone can use, so we can put it in the server. Okay, so that is process is deployment. Okay, so common for all, like a Play Store, in the Play Store or App Store we having a multiple games, right? So everyone can download by itself, so same kind of stuff we can put it in the server. Okay, so everyone can access the model and use for itself. Okay, so that is the process of machine learning, not only for machine learning and everything. Okay, so here the project, so I just run this project now. Okay, so here this is a main file that will be having a code of front end and back end logic. Okay, so the template means the front end. Okay, the front end what we see in the website, that is called the front end. So everything will be included in this template folder, like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, everything stuff. Okay, so everything will be defined in the template. Okay, and sorry, HTML stuff, and static we having a CSS. Okay, CSS means designing things. Okay, designing related code. Okay, so first I just run the code, and after that I explain. Okay, so here right, okay, I just run this project so I'm already opening the terminal in the same path of this folder. Okay, so code space dot means it will be automatically opening the VS code. Okay, here the VS code, this is a blue color. Okay, this is a VS code, right? So I just run this project. Okay, so first I just check the dir means what are the folders inside the path. Okay, so here, right, you can visible, right, IP and B checkpoints, here the folder, and Anaconda projects, okay, here the folder, and app.py, here the folder, and readme file, here the folder. Okay, everything will be have in this directory. Okay, so just CLS means clean. Okay, so I need to run this project, so I need to run the main file. Okay, like app.py is some main file here, so I just run the project python app.py. Okay, right, it will be running email spam detector starting applications. Okay, you're visible, right? Is there any issue in this visible or any doubt, you can ask me, otherwise I can also answer in the last end of the session. Okay, so and the most participant are come from the faculty department. So and nowadays we need to learn about the AI, right? So we need to understand the AI and AI agent stuff. Okay, so hereafter there is a more here also having a more revelation about the AI. Okay, so hereafter that will be compared to today, so that will be more higher. So basically the AI can replace, okay, AI can replace human. Okay, but it replace who don't know how to use with the AI tools. Okay, the AI can replace who don't know how to use AI tools. Okay, so here after generation, the everyone, the staffs, most of the faculties, and everyone should know the tools of AI. Okay, so in this FTP I will tell the tools that related to faculties and that related to common and generic purpose. So I delivering a in the end of the session, I just delivering a one tool. Okay, so that will be very useful for everyone, and particularly the stops. Okay, so in the end of the session today also I just delivering a one tool that will be very useful for stop. Okay, new tools. Okay, like there is a more thing here. Okay, like vibe coding, and there is a many more stuffs are basically in the 22. Okay, in the 2022 will be the AI is revolved, right? The first chat GPT is introduced, and after the 3 years, now is 26, right? After the 3 years there is a more revelation. Okay, like image to image, and like a more thing. Okay, so that is a high among like a more improvement in the AI artificial intelligence field. So this adaptation is a very important. Okay, so not only for the software developers. Okay, the software developers can easily can't able to easily um, replace, because we need to, yeah, software developer also we need to understand how to work with AI tools. Okay, so that stuff will be very important, not only for the software developers and the teachers and the other more purpose like industrial revolution, so industries, so everyone need to understand these things. Okay, so who don't have a mindset to learning this AI or AI agent things, so they will be replaced. Okay, so we need to understand how with work with AI and AI tools. Okay, so that is why I just delivering a one tool in the end of the session in the every day. Okay, so it is 6 days, right? In the 6 days you definitely got some kind of gathering knowledge from me. Okay, so that will be very useful. Okay, so right, okay, I just run this project. So okay, yeah, sorry, I repeated that. Okay, okay, I just copy this. Okay, it automatically loading this website. Okay, everyone visible this website, right? Okay, this website will created by myself for this FTP session. So I just okay, this is simple project. So detecting a email. Okay, detecting a email, it is a spam or it is a trustable one. Okay, so that is the purpose of this project. Okay, so here we having a two option. Okay, I just connecting a random text by using a API things. So here it will be automatically filled. Okay, so otherwise we having an option like email. In my email, okay, the Google email. Okay. Right, okay, there is a email. Okay, first I just try with this default purpose. Okay, I try spam emails. Okay, example means it will be collecting a data of text from the online. So I just implementing API here, so that's why it will automatically placed here. Okay, so safe email means safe. Okay, safe email. Automatically we grab the data from the online. Okay, so that is we implementing AI. Okay, sorry, API. So analyze email. Okay, so by the use of the AI, so I can train some kind of a spam or not spam email. So I just analyze email here, just click, it will be this, sorry, this text, right? This text will be looks safe. Okay, this email will be looks safe. Okay, so I just try random. Okay, spam example. Okay, so congratulations, you win like millions, and click here to now claim the offer. Okay, this more at all it is like a spam. Okay, so I just analyze again. So the AI can easily detect spam detector. The email appears spam, it can say avoid. Okay, so this is the stuff, this is a main thing of the project. So I just using the real one also. Okay, so I have a message from Google Cloud. So hello pan. Okay, so I just collect this email and go to the website and paste it here. Okay, right? So unless, okay, it is look like safe, right? Basically it is a trustable website. Okay, in the we can easily find out by ourselves also. Okay, here the Google Cloud, right here, here the website. Okay, like a two. Okay, from website. Okay, from, sorry, from ID. Okay, the cloud platform, no reply, google.com. The most of trustable email will be ended with the company name, google.com or amazon.com. So otherwise it look like some mysterious thing that will be in the, definitely it is a spam mails. Okay, so I just test the mail, copy and paste the mail here. So I just analyze, it will be look safe. Okay, so that is a main thing of this project. The AI can detecting a, it's a good or it is a bad email. Okay, so that is a process of spam detector. Okay, so this is one of the machine learning project. Okay, okay, so here, okay, basically this is the understanding of this project, right? So it can detecting a email, it is a spam or not. Okay, so I can run the another project. Okay, so okay, before that I explain a machine learning, I'm already tell, right? Explaining a machine, yeah, just, okay, there is a machine learning means we having a specific procedure. One is data collection by using of Kaggle and other more website. We can easily collecting a data, and data cleaning means we having some kind of tools like pandas, numbers, and this of stuff. We can be using this. We can clean. Okay, so these are the thing. Okay, so and model training and ML testing and deployment. Okay, these are the machine learning process. Okay, so okay. Okay, and okay, we just talk about the machine learning today, right? So there is a one project that is called email spam detection. Okay, so and tomorrow we can discuss about the stuffs. Okay, like ML, deep learning, NLP. These are things will be we can discuss in the by tomorrow. Okay, so in the end of the session, I am already tell there's a tool I can tell about the like AI agent tool or generative AI tools. Okay, so here I just tell one tool. Okay, in the Google, just type, okay, notebook LM. Okay, in the Google, just type notebook LM. So it is a tool that will be who having a research curiosity to research and who having trained the train the documents they have. So this is a important tool. So notebook alarm, just go to the Google and search Google notebook alarm, and you can having gathering some kind of knowledge about that. So tomorrow in the starting of the session I can tell how to work with notebook alarm and how to implement some kind of a notebook alarm in our daily life. Okay, so today is enough. Okay, we're having a more conversation in the participate. So today is enough. So we will be seeing the tomorrow. Okay, guys, and based on the today content, okay, we having a less amount time, right? So we having some discussion, right? So here we having a less amount time, so but I delivering some kind of content. Okay, so in this content, anybody have any doubts, or anybody any want clarity, so you can derive the in the comment section. Okay, is there any doubt about this session? Okay, you can tell me. Okay, any doubt you can ask me. Okay. Okay, how to test ML models? Okay, we having some kind of option like accuracy rate, like in the code we having yeah, accuracy. Just a minute. Mm, okay, the same thing in the IPN file we can run the code in the separately, right? So here we having a option for train a model and test a model, load a model. Just a minute. Okay, here we having a evaluation, right? The evaluation. You don't see this code, right? Evaluation. Okay, evaluation means we can evaluating a student, we can evaluating a staff, we can evaluating anything. Okay, so same kind of stuff we can evaluating a model. Okay, we having trained the model by the set of instruction, right? So here we having evaluation. Okay, like accuracy score is a function that will be checking the model accuracy, prediction accuracy, right? So that is accuracy score function. And the uh, confusion matrix. So there's a and classification report. So these are the stuff function that will be checking a model is work properly or not. So that is checking like testing a model. Got it? So we having a already predefined function, so we can easily by using the accuracy score, classification, and confusion matrix. Okay. So yeah, notebook LM. So just note it. So I can tell the usage of the notebook LM in the tomorrow starting of the session. Okay, this session is very yeah. Okay, yeah, thank you for very good session, very informative session. Yeah, thank you, Santosh. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for everything. Oh, basically thank you for your cooperation, and thank you for your giving time to me. Definitely I don't waste the time, so I will give some knowledge. Yeah, thank you for everything. Thank you, Bala sir. Yeah, thank you. What is the strong A and weak A? Strong A, weak A. Okay, and it is really interesting. Okay, there is not strong and weak. Okay, basically nowadays we are using a narrow A. Okay, so narrow A means it will be especially in the one particular task, right? So here we having a train the basically we need data to train a AI models, AI models and AI brains. Okay, so here we having a less amount of data, right? Less amount of data. This is only in the okay. I'm audible, right? Okay, basically we having a less of amount of data here. Okay, basically this is like I give example, this is data of 10,000. Okay, 10,000 lines. Okay, so we can train the model by using of 10,000 lines. Okay, so otherwise we can training a AI by using of 10 million lines. Okay, so basically comparatively the less given data is weak. Okay, and a large amount 10 million, 10 crores, that data will be make a AI can increase prediction rate, increase a good result. So that is considered as a strong AI. Okay, so basically less amount data is weak and high amount data is strong. Got your answer? Okay, this considered weak and a strong AI. Okay, and thank you for the session. And yeah, thank you for everything. Nobody trained a model or mentioned. Okay, sorry. How notebook help me? Research work. Notebook LM. Okay, in the research work, there is a notebook LM is very informative. In the tomorrow, the starting session, I will be tell about that. Okay, so that is very useful. Okay, for the researcher and who in the faculty. So that is very useful. I will be tell in the tomorrow. Okay, so I can work with it. I'm also use that. Okay, so I'm also use that notebook LM in the daily life. Okay, thank you for the time. Thank you for your cooperation, and I hope I give some knowledge to the persons who join this class. Okay, I just end the session, and we will be continuing the tomorrow. Okay, thank you so much.